कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen, yaar, don't be so conservative. Welcome to Country Classics with Cyrus. Oh, sorry. That's the show I wanted to do, but unfortunately I was talked out of it by Amit, who knows everything, the omnipotent one. He said, no, let's do Cyrus Says, and I can sell this stupid t-shirt. And so that's what we're doing. Just to sell the t-shirts, we're on this show. But let me quickly mention that we had a show that we do called Unmasked yesterday at Andrews. Sunday, whatever the date was, in case you watch it later, don't check. And lots of it was a almost full house, and most of the people were told to wear masks, apparently. I didn't know about this, honestly, because we came earlier. And a lot of them wore masks, and then a lot of them didn't wear masks. So at the end of it, the audience was like 50-50, with masks, without masks. Some with masks on the chin, some with masks missing completely. So I've decided, now it's very confusing, and I'm not blaming anyone. I don't want to even take sides anymore. Screw it all. Let's just call it a draw, okay? Corona and us as people, mankind, let's just call it a draw, 50-50. Let's split it down the middle, call Corona to the table, have a conversation and say it's over. It's a draw. This is it. It's not going to get any better or any worse. This is it. This is what we've got. And to take this point further, I've called Dr. Anirudh onto the panel, and we'll see him shortly. Anirudh, of course, is a historian, but by night he's also a doctor and an expert with his fingers, I'm told.
Also doctor by night.
Yeah, he's doctor by night with elderly women only. Elderly women and cocker spaniels. He's got
and
a special
prostrate
call.
checks only. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm also a doctor, but I only have a PhD, so I can't really help you there.
This
Yes,
is
Patiala handle dog.
Yes,
Let
that's
me tell
that
you,
works.
a PhD in weed is possible now in many advanced countries in the world,
Yes,
like
it
Malaysia.
can. It is.
So don't
But,
worry.
we have
Hold
to
on,
mention
hold
that Antariksh's father gave him a nice jacket for his birthday yesterday. It's a
He did.
hand-me-down.
Very nice.
Like
I think his
it's
father was sleeping and it was just taken
I
off.
stole it. Yes.
Yeah. The story of Silverie and his clothes is just going to continue. There's nothing we can
Thank
do.
you.
Let's sell your clothes. If we're struggling to sell Cyrus Says and all this merchandise, I
Yeah,
think
this
that
my
will sell.
actual clothes will
yeah,
sell. Yes,
just so
correct.
dad's
Also,
jackets will be a flea
I
sale.
would like-
Navin, it's monsoon, so I'm sure it'll work now. Look at it. It looks like a really multicolored
But no,
milkman's
this
outfit.
is if you touch this is like that tent. We've talked about this. This is like that tent
Yeah.
material, right?
Canvas,
so
canvas.
yeah, yeah.
Canvassy.
So this is
Yeah.
correct. So it'll still get a little wet. It won't stay completely
Wow.
dry.
Little
So-
bit, just like me.
Sapna
Sorry.
says happy birthday.
Yes, a lot of people
says
wishing me a very happy birthday.
weed
Thank
king.
you so much, guys. Thank you
Wow.
so much. This is so sweet.
Wow. But Weed
Sapna,
King, why would they
basically
say that?
Mona's
Let's
one-
spend a minute.
You'll see the
would they
topics
call
of the
it-
day and you understand why exactly.
Yes.
Topics Antariksh chooses.
Hey,
But
let's
we have some
introduce
great
Anirudh
topics.
properly. Yeah.
Yes,
Hey, can
please.
he get a word in? You two are just bullying everybody here.
No,
Anirudh,
I mean,
well,
I think a doctor of elderly women and cocker spaniels is a pretty good way to introduce me and the work I do.
I apologize. I'm so sorry.
So thank you all for
I
welcome.
hope that I didn't cause offense. I hope you won't start your cancel culture on old men like me. Tomorrow
Yeah.
my dad will be 84. I have to work just to look after him. So please be nice. Hold that
Yes,
for the
yes.
Veena effect in the background.
Anirudh,
Don't worry, I'll hold back my legions of followers from attacking you, Cyrus. I will
Thank
be
you,
merciful
sir.
today.
Thank you.
I will
Thank
be
you for putting a lid on it. Thank you so much. Yeah. Keep your semen in your penis.
Anirudh, the last time you were on, you had talked about your upcoming book, and now
Yes.
I understand that it is just any day it is coming out.
It
So
is
please
out,
tell me-
actually. It
It
has
is
been
out.
out.
You bloody idiot.
Okay,
So
so
thank you for doing your
What kind
research.
of host was I screw it up? Now, the obvious thing is, oh God, Silverie. Abbas! Abbas, bachao!
It's coming to my house soon, and I will be reading it. Yes. So please tell
Thanks-
us
thanks
a little
for-
more about it.
I mean, it's about a time when Weed King was not a mocking title, but something that people could actually be called, because it's a time when you have these naked sadhus wandering around the country getting high.
You mean
kings,
October?
October
Yeah, but
1st.
imagine October all year round.
there
That's
you go.
basically the period I write about. So yeah, the book is called Lords of the Deccan. Here's this nice little crown we got illustrated for it and all that.
Hey,
And
Anirudh, superbly
yes.
done, bro. For someone
you.
off the cuff having a conversation, kitab to pesh karta hai.
He has one everywhere.
just
One in
said
the
wishes.
table. Now, if he goes to the dining table, there's one over there.
Yeah.
One in the bathroom. Anybody
As
asks
you
ever.
enter,
Yeah.
as the vendor who enters to give the clothes or something, he's given the book, to hold. It's like fantastic.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go on.
I mean, I don't need to have
Absolutely
mirrors
right.
anymore. I just have like posters of myself like kept all over the house. That's a very
Superb.
beautiful smile. Smile.
What happened to your
Very nice,
ponytail,
very
man?
nice.
Yes, the
Listen to-
ponytail is a thing of the past now. Just like the things I
choice,
write about
good
in my
choice.
book. So,
Yeah. I'm very against men having ponytails.
What? Why?
Hey,
Why
hey.
is Anirudh looks really cool with a ponytail.
I think everybody is like that guy from that guy. Who was that guy? The guy who ran that college, that
So the
scam guy.
theory, Naveen,
College
so
scam guy.
goes.
oh, Arindam.
Yeah,
I
he
know,
reminds me
yeah.
of him, the kind of ponytail
Oh.
Wasn't
person.
that all
I
a
know,
scam?
Especially because I had this one manager who was
Yeah.
balding from here, and he's trying his best to salvage whatever's left over here.
That's
And
typical.
it looks horrible.
I mean, but
I'm
that's,
sorry.
don't hate the guy for having less
Really?
hair. or
For a
something.
guy,
Who am I hating?
I don't know.
for a guy,
I'm not hating. I'm just making facts right
Oh,
now. I'm
okay.
just like,
you'd expect more empathy from a non-heterosexual. That you'll be more understanding towards people who do
exactly
things
why.
a little differently.
It's only a hetero thing. I've only seen ponytails on hetero men. It's never been like a gay man will do that because it's not a good fashion statement ever.
Oh, I'm going to find,
Anirudh,
and I want
sorry.
people out there to go and find us
Or
gay
you
men
grow
with
the hair
ponytails.
out and give a
There are
little bit
many
of
gay
a
men with
curl.
ponytails. You're a
Anirudh,
liar.
any plans?
You're going to be
to
proven to
grow
be a
it
liar.
back?
Watch
The
what happens.
shandy and the ponytail are much different, Cyrus. What we are talking about is
That's the
shandies.
ethnic ponytail, Baba.
Yeah.
Now you're
Ethnic-
sounding like the BJP, huh? You got to, oh God, yeah.
I am
Desi the whole
BJP.
thing. They're the Band Karo
I'm-
program. What's going
I'm
on?
blowjob people.
Anirudh, how long did you have the
What?
ponytail
Where did
for?
that come from?
I I
How
had
long
the
did you have the long hair for? Yeah.
I had the long hair for about a year or something. Then when I realized I couldn't grow it into like dreadlocks or a man bun, I
So
was
only
like,
in the
"No, fuck it."
pandemic, you mean you grew it long?
But
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
year for you, which
Same.
is a good thing. A lot of men take like a lot of years.
No, Anirudh,
Yeah.
I feel your pain. When I was a much younger man, I tried to grow my hair in New York, and there's a
Yeah.
problem with called genetics. And after it reached a little less in the shoulder, I was waiting because I wanted to look like Beyond Bog. I wanted the hair to go really long. It just didn't happen, and then you start looking really awful. There's a point where it
Yeah.
just doesn't go anywhere. Yes,
It
I
was
know
growing out to
exactly.
the sides, like further and further to the sides. It looked like I was wearing earphones all the time.
Oh, it goes wrong from the imagination
Yeah.
and the plan we had. It's so unfair.
In the
life.
pandemic, we got to see everybody's hair just like reach the natural evolution,
Yeah.
and then we saw what they would look like if they grew their hair out.
Did any of you try to cut your own hair? I did actually. I shaved a little bit of my hair.
I shaved my boyfriend's hair, and it was a disaster. It was hilarious.
So that's why you didn't do it on yourself. Like this
Yeah.
is my test went wrong.
You,
This
you
is not
shave
a-
your boyfriend's hair without knowing how to cut hair before, like as an experiment.
Yeah, of course. Nobody.
Oh, you
with
put
zero
it on
knowledge, I
your-
just
Yeah.
went in.
You must have
That's
seen some
scary.
videos online. Did you watch some videos online?
No,
That's
I
ridiculous.
You just did it.
I wanted to piss
Oh
him off.
man, dude.
His hair had
Exactly.
gotten so horribly long that I was like, it's not happening. And like you don't want that in your face. I'm like, if I
Huh.
wanted to make love to a woman, I would be straight. Just like all of that hair in my face.
Superbly put.
All
Yes,
the
you
time.
explain homosexuality in one sentence. Yes, go on.
Exactly. So then I was like, I'll do it myself, and then I did a very bad job. And then we had to call an urban club guy to come and finish it. It was so bad. It was so bad.
Did you take
And
a picture? Did you take a picture of the
I did,
finished
you know,
product?
have you seen that movie Megamind? I don't know, have it right now.
Okay, yeah, my
Megamind, that character, there's a character, that where Jonah Hill voices that character and turns into a weird superhero.
Yes,
Like a
yes,
comedy
yeah,
star.
yes.
That's what he looked like. The hair had no shape, no bounds, just like the worst.
Was he
haircut
pissed?
ever. He
Was he
was very
pissed?
much so. Yeah. And we
Wow.
actually shot this on video, but we never got to editing it. But yeah, yeah, it's
So-
there.
Okay,
And then you-
Tarun Kaushik, Silverie, you want to read that out?
Tarun Kaushik says, I want to have a shaped beard, but every time I try getting the shape, it messes up and I end up becoming chikna.
China. I end up becoming China.
End up becoming China.
That's also. I also have that
But
problem.
I
Facial hair
totally
on
get that.
drones.
I totally get that. So if you see my beard right now, for listeners, if you see my beard right now, it's a little shorter than it was, say, last week, because that's exactly what happened on my birthday. I was like, it was my birthday yesterday, and I was like, okay, I'll look a little
Happy
bit
birthday,
better.
Silverie.
Thanks,
Happy
Cyrus.
birthday, happy birthday.
Thanks,
How's
Cyrus,
your
for
health?
wishing me
How's
now.
your health?
After
Belated.
yeah, Cyrus didn't wish me the entire day yesterday or day before. Nothing. Huh? I'm just
Oh,
saying.
yesterday I was at Andrews, bro.
I know.
Andrews
How was
at
the
City
show?
and all
How was
that.
the show?
It was
How
great
the show?
fun. Yeah, great. It was good. A lot of women come and meet you at the end of the show. No, sorry, Naveen. Sorry to segue to the old-fashioned stuff that we guys do sometimes.
I mean, they come and meet me also.
I
So
know.
that's-
You have better luck with them. Trust me. You
They
just
come and
don't
meet
want
Naveen after Cyrus's show.
Yeah,
They
they-
come-
it.
after Cyrus's show, they go
We
to-
understand why you're not
Like,
straight
you won't believe the number of men with ponytails in that show.
That's Anirudh's
Cyrus-
fault for bringing it up. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, happy birthday first and foremost while I find the
Thank you,
mic,
Cyrus.
which will take me half
Yes,
an hour.
yes.
No, quickly, 29 or 30? I forgot.
30.
30. When the
Very
pandemic
true.
started, you were 16. How many
Ah,
years?
man.
Did you have a blowout
Crazy.
like for 30 years?
No, I did not. I didn't feel like celebrating at all. I just had like a quiet.
Because you partied on
break.
Saturday when you bunked
very awesome
work,
lunch.
remember?
But Saturday there's no work, Cyrus, to bunk.
No, but you didn't come back on Monday, so as I had
Today
a long
is Monday,
conversation.
Cyrus. Today is
No,
Monday.
we're talking about the Saturday before, my brother.
Oh, that
Chill.
the previous week. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was Shreyas's birthday. That wasn't mine. But yes.
But you
it is.
celebrated it in the middle of
I
your
did. I
attack.
celebrated his birthday. Yes.
Yeah.
I just had like a very nice fancy lunch at a place called Taftoon in BKC. Like the mutton there
Wow.
is just amazing.
Right.
So that was great. Looking forward to. I've been planning to take my family there for a
Pita
while.
to note
That's
on
what I
his
did.
birthday. Okay, just
Yes.
putting it down. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Delicious
right.
mutton. So
I was in Delhi for the weekend.
oh, nice.
You were in Delhi?
Yeah.
You're with the ED, with the Rahul Gandhi controversy.
No,
You
I was
want to
For
show
that,
support.
yes. He
erectile
was.
dysfunction.
Yes.
What?
Oh, that too. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't call him out on it if I was you, Navin. Be careful.
No, but I was
Trouble with
I
him.
was at a pride party in Delhi. It was happening at Lalit Hotels, and it was quite something. There were a lot of queer people over there.
Any
How
men
many
with
pride
ponytails?
parties
I
have you
want the
attended
truth.
Sorry?
this June?
One second. Two questions came at me
Okay.
at the same time.
I just want to know they're men with ponytails because I believe there are men with ponytails in both hetero and homosexual tribes. I can't believe that statement of yours. It's ridiculous. It's like a racist statement.
What we're talking about is volume, Cyrus. You know, volume. The bounce
That's
and the
different.
curl.
The aesthetic, you can argue that point, and your tribe may be a little
Yeah.
better, generally speaking. But
My
I know
tribe.
for a
My
fact that
tribe.
there are homosexual men with
There
the
have to be.
ponytail.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're mostly bottom, so it's easier to. Anyways.
Wow.
Okay, sure.
Anirudh, write your next
sure.
book. Take down the notes. Come on.
The Lords of Deccan.
What is the
Lots of
second thing he
Deccan,
was
I mean.
asking?
Of Deccan, yeah, a lot of Deccan.
Lot of Deccan.
Yeah.
Lots of Deccan.
Oh shit, the heat in Delhi. That's what I was getting to. It was 42 degrees and
Oh,
it
God.
was just the worst. Oh my god, Delhi people, how do you all do it? Especially because both the weather situations are very extreme in Delhi. You know, it's heaty, very hot.
Very
Cold
heat.
is very cold. it's just the worst. And the
The
problem is
heat
like
affected your language skills and all that. Don't worry about it. Don't make a big deal.
it was such a. I'm telling you, like there were points where I just wanted to die. It's like if that comes right now, it's really easier than having to wipe my sweat anymore.
So it's like being on the podcast, basically. You feel the same feelings you
Yeah,
have here.
I wish for
Rather
that
That was
just
in
right
Delhi.
now.
Right, fair enough. Yeah. But what was the question Silverie asked? We interrupted his question.
No, I
Yeah.
just asked
How many
parades have you, or pride parties have you attended this
It's
Oh,
my
year?
now you're
lifetime.
calling him out for
No,
not
this
coming to
June.
work. Why you
See, like
always
how
at
many
parties?
happen in a year and how many do you end up attending?
I mean, I don't go to parties. It's not my scene. I was doing some work for a shoot.
Huh.
That's why I was there.
Yeah.
Gay parties are not my scene. I just don't like it.
Why?
Because I'll tell you why.
You're
I'll tell you
anti-gay?
why.
You're a strange guy. No gay man. Putty days. I hate gays. I hate gay parties. What kind of guy are you?
No, I hate parties in general, but gay parties, I'll tell you the USP of the party is that everybody loves to dance over there, okay? And when I was growing up queer, my only USP in weddings was my dance moves. Everybody was like,
Good.
wow, he's really expressive. I was very good. I was very good at
Yeah.
dancing.
Oh.
I
Can
still
you
am.
show
Like, I
us?
can,
Oh wow,
I
you
buy
are
it.
good at dancing.
I buy it. I buy it.
so I was
The
very
wrist
good.
flexion is fantastic.
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking like one of those songs like where BD Jalele comes up and I become all Bipasha and all of that. You know, so it's like that channeling that
Wow.
inner femininity, all
Very
of
nice.
that. So
Yes,
now if you
yes.
go to a gay party, everybody's Bipasha, and you feel like John. You know, you're just like left out,
You
looking,
feel
looking like an
You're
ugly.
Nobody
too
wants to be
straight for
John
a
in
gay
that party.
party.
Yeah.
Now, please understand his problem. He's too straight at a gay party. That's the problem.
I am. That's my problem.
Damn you.
I'm your
Damn
partner,
you,
just like
Navin.
Snoop
Wherever
Dogg,
you
like-
go, you're the outsider. Wherever you go, always the
I
outsider.
know.
So sad.
I know.
Yeah.
It's my life. But yeah,
Anirudh's
so I
fascinated.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I do a lot of queer comedy shows now. We have an entire lineup of queer comics, so that's
Yeah.
good. People come
Huh.
to watch that as well.
Very good.
Generally, the skew in the community is way too much partying than actually attending arts and culture. That's the problem. Whereas in America, Australia, you'll see more people wanting to patronize the arts towards the queer world as well. Whereas here we only have that. Oh, let's drink and
You're
have.
so bloody judgmental. I'm scared. Just when the gay movement has
It's the
started in
truth.
our
It's
part
the
of the
truth.
world, you're already putting down people. It's almost like racism amongst the gay community. Now,
Gay
Australian gays
movement-
much more.
Gay movement more like
cultivated
gay grinding against
my
each other.
So where do you think in the world the gay movement is at its best, or as it
Canada,
has the best
Australia,
vibe?
Ireland. Yeah.
Uh,
These are the best
yeah.
places.
Syria?
Syria, it's
oldest
the best.
civilization.
It's the best. You know, they have dildos, but they are much bigger and they're rocket shaped.
Yeah.
Stop it. This is not. We'll give you your own podcast and you lecture us about gay culture.
It was
Let's
called
move on to
Keeping It
something
Queer
else.
exactly for that reason.
Just because Silverie is dressed like a tent, for God's sake, you took the wrong view.
A
Really.
tent and a pole at the same time.
Yeah. And happy birthday,
Uh,
Silverie.
Yes.
Hey, by the way, what did you get for your birthday present? I mean, you still live at home.
You know,
so I presume
you know,
got
like a
something.
lot of people asked me, a lot of my friends, a lot of loved ones asked me what I wanted, and I just did not know what I wanted for my birthday. So I just
A
like
car?
I've
You
hold
only
head.
have 7.
I have enough, man. I have enough car. That's the thing. If I didn't have enough, I would have asked for one, but I just have.
So there's nothing
And,
you wanted? Like a
There's
new
literally nothing
laptop
I could
or
think of what I wanted for my 30th birthday, and I was like, I was just the
A
thought of
girlfriend?
thinking about it was
Girlfriend.
was bumming me out. Because see, on a 30th, no, I feel like all you're thinking about is all the things you didn't accomplish by the time you were 30 that you wanted to accomplish by the time you're 30. You know, So just everything just bums you out. Like, man, one
So
more
are
thing
you
that I
comparing
can't do.
yourself to, let's say, Alexander, who by then is about to cross the Indus?
Yeah, of course I am.
Okay,
He
fair enough.
accomplished so much. That
Then
great
it's not
person.
good. Let's ask the
Man,
historian. Then it's not good.
I wanted to
You're
cross
coming
the
up a little
Indus.
short. Yeah.
I know.
Buck up, beta.
God damn it.
Like Jim
But,
Morrison, 27, died legend. You know what I'm saying?
I know, right? I
Now,
could have done that.
yeah,
Jesus
I
30,
Christ,
could
the
have
whole
done that.
religion, 32.
33.
Yeah.
Mozart, 34. This
Yeah.
guy's nowhere. He's nowhere in
I
sight.
know.
What's
Exactly.
going on?
That's
And
the thing.
Yogi
Mozart was deaf
Adityanath,
also.
member of parliament. Member of parliament, Yogi Adityanath, above all. Oh,
He's-
stop
At
the
what age?
conversation, stop.
At
Just
what age?
silence.
What are you saying? He's 30? Yogi
Anirudh
Adityanath is
about to correct
30
me.
right now?
He's
What?
in the guise
Looks
of
great
comedy,
for
don't give
30,
wrong
yeah.
facts.
Yoridya is the golden age.
Apparently, he remains 30. He remains 30 for 4 to 5 moon cycles. It's going to go on. There's no way we
okay,
can
nice.
stop it.
He is a moon cycle.
Stop it. Stop it. This man is dangerous.
Okay.
We have to
Yes.
we have to
That
distance
boy
ourselves from
is
this man.
poison. Sorry.
All right. So let's get to the first topic of the day. Some interesting
God.
topics. The first two are kind of related because they are both concerned with marijuana. Thailand has become the first country in Asia to legalize marijuana, but they have only legalized consuming in the forms of food or drinks, not smoking. You can't smoke pot
Thailand,
just yet.
the country
Thailand.
which executed people for
Yes.
1 gram and 2 grams.
They released
I
like
thought
some
that's Singapore.
4,000
Thailand also,
inmates.
Have you
Yeah.
seen Bangkok Hilton or Bangkok? What is it called? The famous movie? Whatever
Dangerous.
it's called. Bangkok
Bangkok
Hilton. Yeah.
Dangerous? Oh, okay.
Bangkok Hilton.
No,
It's a
I've
famous.
not- I've not.
No,
you gotta
Bangkok
see
Dangerous
that.
is a Nick Cage movie. Just saying, that's also it exists.
Yeah, but also
but-
Bangkok films. Some of them are not about drugs. Huh? Go
But
on.
they did something even America didn't when they were like decriminalizing in the states that they were decriminalizing in. They didn't let out their criminal population that had been convicted due to these crimes. Thailand did that. Thailand, the 4,000 people.
That should have
Wow,
been the
that's
first.
great.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
amazing. That is a great,
That's a
like
great
very
break.
understanding
They
step.
got arrested last weekend. That would be fantastic. They changed the law in your favor. Wow.
That's great. Yeah, imagine,
I
just
mean,
one day prior to get arrested. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Isn't Thailand ruled by a chap? I mean, whose title
It's
is
a
Rama
monarchy.
or something? It's a monarchy, right? And I think the king of Thailand is like Rama the 11th or 12th.
I find out his name, but they are Buddhists. It's
So
they-
a
yeah.
Buddhist kingdom ruled by Rama that's legalized weed. Sounds like Ram Rajya to me. I mean,
Okay, that's 2 of them off the podcast. Navin, for all
That's
remarks, Anirudh to only remain funny. Anything serious and we're in trouble. So we take him off as quickly as possible. That's ridiculous. Silverie,
So-
it's just you and me going forward. I'll just keep it
So also,
vegetarian.
isn't it sad though that Thailand has legalized pot before we have?
yes.
In a
it
way,
is.
right? It is just really sad. Also, they have apparently for the last 4 years, it was already medically legal. Like medically, it was already fine to be consuming pot for like ailments that you might have. But now it's recreationally also like available.
No, but can
Um,
you consume it yourself or by a medical practitioner?
no,
you're
no, you
consuming
can.
it,
You can
which
cons-
is
you can-
legal all over the world in that case.
You can
Any
consume it yourself.
morphine or
Right
morphoid
now,
or whatever it's called, opioid.
right now they are in the process of handing out 1 million marijuana seedlings to potential
Oh.
farmers and people who might be interested in growing because that they want to boost their agriculture and tourism through legalization of pot. They think that'll help, and I think it would. Just
It
makes
probably
sense.
will.
All
Yeah.
those seeds wasted. I feel like I should have saved some.
I don't know
No,
you
but-
guys,
but-
but I'm sorry, go on.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
I just feel like even like when you watch like the 70s and 80s ka hippie path that they used to take, a lot of them used to cross Thailand, India, and all of these Southeast Asian countries were famous for just marijuana only.
Hmm.
It was just when like they found out that this is kind of causing more crime in their countries. White people had come in by then. It was all causing so much chaos. That's why like India was fairly okay with marijuana for the longest time. Like we should have shops, and you've seen those hashish and like
I think
all of that
they were
available.
also influenced by Singapore, which is it was like the father in the area.
Yeah, and
they
Singapore is pretty.
they're
Yeah.
very strict. Black is
True.
black, white is white, and you're dead in 48 hours written in the airport when you enter if you're caught with drugs. Very scary. But
Yeah.
Silverie,
No.
your passion for
Yeah.
the subject though amazing. Like you really like how I am about cricket, or
Well, I know why.
Yes.
I know
Why?
why
Is it
marijuana.
just because you like plants, basically. That's your
Yes.
thing, right?
Yeah, I'm into
Or you're a
horticulture.
botanist,
Yes.
so to speak. Yeah,
He's a hottie with some culture.
yeah.
Great, yeah, Naveen, man.
Wonderful guy. Wonderful man. And why I'm asking is because you got a second story
Yes.
on the same topic.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
yeah,
correct.
go ahead.
The same
Yes.
one.
So, firstly, yes, this is huge
Ashon.
for Thailand. Congratulations, Thailand, people.
There's nobody in Thailand listening to this podcast. Not one.
I'm surprised
I'll
that
check.
Nobody made that
It's for all
Thailand's
the
going to be
people
Highland.
who go to Thailand eventually.
Yeah, correct.
There's
have
many.
And me.
There's many.
This is what
That's
me.
Naveen.
Now they have to kind of
Hundreds.
blow out Cyrus.
Our entire group. You got it.
They can blow their lungs and their backs out now.
Bas, thou shalt not speak. Read the commandments.
Cool. And the second big news is that Snoop Dogg, since 2019, has publicly come out. Like he came out in 2019.
He came out as a
No, no,
stoner.
He came out as a
They
canine.
found that.
That's been
I've
known.
been
He's
putting
come out as a
some
Nobody
canine.
had to know about that.
Yeah.
But since 2019, he has had a professional blunt roller. Okay, he has a person. All his job is to keep rolling blunts, like joints basically, and keep handing it to Snoop or whoever seems like
Silverie,
they might need a joint.
people think
Okay.
it's like you're being funny or facetious about it.
No, this
But
is
the fact
actually
of the
true.
matter, he's got a proper contract and the guy gets paid a
Yeah.
proper salary. To the tune
On
of
the
40,
contract,
50K.
it says
Yeah.
like the person has to file his taxes and everything, and he says what's his job is a PBR, that is professional blunt roller in Snoop's words. Okay, that's what
How
he
much
says.
does he get paid? I'm
He
just
gets
curious.
paid $40,000 to $50,000 a year.
A
which
year.
comes to
So
over
4,000 a
40
month,
lakh,
approximately 4,000 US
Yeah.
a month. A good middle class salary for a
Yeah,
single male.
Yeah.
40
Yeah.
lakh a year that comes to about,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And now Snoop has announced that person who's earning 40 lakh rupees a year is now getting a raise due to inflation.
Yeah.
Which is again,
But
this
yet
guy's a
when Snoop's-
conscientious employer.
When Snoop's,
This is
when
so
Snoop's
cool.
kids ask for $5 to buy a hamburger, he's like, buzz off. It's amazing.
Yeah. But
You've got
if
your
they ask for
priorities
$10
right.
to buy weed, he'll say yes.
Yeah. No, you give them 5 and say, there's a guy around the corner, you'll get it for 5.
He
Yeah.
has a lot.
I
Like,
know-
he
I
doesn't
know.
know half of them.
I know
apparently,
exactly.
right? Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
what
Snoop Dogg knows he has that many kids.
That
It's
that was a
funny.
joke, but apparently some part of it is true also.
Of course, yeah.
Yes.
He goes to buy
Snoop
milk
himself said it,
sometimes.
yeah.
Sorry. So no, but the funny thing about the whole thing is that
Can I tell you one more thing about Snoop Dogg?
yeah,
His name is Snoop Dogg, but he does it only missionary style, apparently. It's amazing.
yeah.
That statistic is true. And we blame the narcotic abuse for that.
Yeah, he's Snoop missionary in bed.
Yeah, so Snoop
He has,
missionary.
he has a
that's it.
professional missionary also. Come on,
Okay, leave it, guys. Just a small rant. Let's not grind it out, yeah. Come on. Because our audience
you
can't
say.
actually smoke and watch.
the funny thing
as
is,
far as
like,
we
I
know.
would make a lot of money if I was in this profession.
Dude,
Like,
for sure.
Yeah,
I'm in the
he's
wrong
admitted-
area,
he's admitted
wrong
to that.
country. Yeah.
Naveen, you want to read that out? He's admitted to this. I've seen the bite on that.
Chinmay
as
Mishra
well.
has said, have you
Ah.
heard a story of Snoop rolling on page of Bible while he was shot on paper?
He has.
That's-
They had no
And-
options to.
I have
Yeah.
used an ATM slip once when I was shot on paper, and I had
ATM
to
slip.
and
I've
I,
used-
and I had to glue it using a drag queen's eyelash glue. It was like the weirdest experience.
Wow.
Don't
you
ask.
Did you
that
use
up?
your Aadhaar?
Don't ask.
Did,
It's
you,
not-
did either
Ah,
of you use
you
your
think I make
Aadhaar
things up?
card?
No, but
Of
this
all the
rolling
things I keep saying on
of
this
all the
podcast,
things,
Antariksh, you think I would make that up? No,
the
it was
gluing of a
true.
drag- the
It was
glue of a
true.
drag queen's
Yeah,
eyelashes.
so I was hosting a queer
Crazy.
event, and there was a major half an hour chunk which I was not required for. So I was like, I'll just fucking go out, and do my thing. But I was out of paper, and the only thing in my pocket was like a slip of ATM slip, which is thin enough. And I'm like, okay, if I can use this, whatever. And then I was like, my friend, because you can't stick it with the normal papers come with a gluey extension, so you can roll it together. So my drag queen friend was like, here's some glue, just use this, stick it together. And I stuck the
1
joint
sec.
together.
Naveen, are you admitting to using marijuana?
No,
No,
my
no.
cigarette I rolled.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
rolled a cigarette
Ah.
with the
You can
Cigarette.
use butter paper.
yeah, butter paper also
If you
is pretty
have.
good. Yeah,
One sec.
No,
Are
it's
you
not-
admitting
it's not
to
ID, but yeah,
are you
yeah.
admitting to using marijuana?
No, rolling tobacco.
for tobacco. only.
Tobacco.
Tobacco. Okay, so
Okay, I'll
very
tell you.
interesting.
Okay, I'll tell you
Yeah.
a crazy story about this. About actually tobacco. Okay, so I have a friend. I won't name him because he's a comedian and he's semi-famous, so I can't really name him. Okay, I can't. But Naveen knows him well.
Who's
But
this famous friend?
I
His
can't.
famous
I
friend
can't.
in Powai
I
is
can't.
not famous outside
But
Powai.
listen,
Name him.
Oh, of course, we all know who this is.
Yes, yes. So
Oh shit,
this
the
happened.
story. Oh, shit.
Is he a
So this
comedian?
was- yeah, he's a comedian.
He is. I mean,
So-
you can call him.
Yeah,
that.
so
Same
he,
guy.
this friend of mine,
Okay.
this friend of mine was about a year into the pandemic. He was going to the airport to pick up his dad from the airport, who he was meeting after like a year of the pandemic. Okay, and he rolls his own tobacco cigarettes.
yeah.
Literally just cigarettes. He literally rolls his own cigarettes. Okay, and but he has longish hair. He was wearing shades. He's driving his own car, and his hand
he's a
is hanging
stereotype.
outside. Yeah, his hand is hanging outside his car, and it looks like a joint. It just looks like a joint because it's a rolled cigarette. Okay, a cop catches him while he's there because it looks like a joint. So you can't really blame the cop for catching the guy. So the cop catches him and starts harassing him, saying, "Hey, tu ganja pee raha hai, ganja pee raha hai." He's like, "Nahi sir, arre sir, tobacco hai sir. Obviously it's tobacco. So you can check my car. I have nothing in the car." Cop says, "Arre, mere ko sab pata hai. Ye sab tum log karte ho. Urine test de. Chal mera thane mein." This guy
Hmm.
freaks out. You're like, oh fuck, urine test. मैंने कभी तो किया है life में, गांजा तो आ जाएगा, you know. So now he's panicking. His dad is already landed at the airport. The cop is harassing him. The cop asked for like 50,000 rupees. Okay. The best this guy is able to get him down to is 25,000 rupees, which he still ends up paying for just tobacco, literally, that he bought.
For tobacco.
Okay. Funnier part is, he calls me up, saying, hey man, dude, I'm in a lot of trouble. Can you just send me 25K? I think he's fucking with me, like just joking, just like asking me like
You
random
say
money.
yes and
Because-
put the phone down.
No. So just because literally 2 days prior, I had gotten like a lot of money in my bank account for whatever reason. And
What is the
Whatever
reason?
that is
That's
that
a
sound like a
interesting
drug
story.
dealer.
Come on,
That's
what
not-
is the reason?
No. I'd gotten like multiple months of salary in my bank account in one go, just for whatever reason. Okay.
Wow.
And so I was
Tax evasion going on in the
I was
private
loaded
world
with
you don't know
cash.
about.
I was
Yeah.
loaded with cash in that time. And so I'd like announce it to my friends, oh, I'm fucking rolling with money and whatever. And they were making fun of me. Hey, just send me 50K, send me 25K, just the day prior to that. So this guy gets caught. I think he's fucking me. So instead of sending him 25K on Google Pay, I sent him a request for 25K instead. Okay. You can do that. You can just send a request.
Yeah.
Request 25K. The cop sees it, who's sitting in his car at this point. Okay. The cop is sitting in the car next to my friend in his car. So the cop sees it and he's like, dude, what kind of friends do you have? They don't take anything seriously, like at all. And so then he calls me back and like, dude, are you sending the money? I'm like, no, man, I'm not gonna send. What are you crazy? I'm not gonna send 25K. It's ridiculous. So you're like, okay, fuck it, dude. I don't have time for this, Antariksh. I'll talk to you later. I'm like, okay, fine. Bala Tali, like big deal. Nothing happened. Apparently, he had to call up another friend who gave him the money regardless, and then found
A
out
real
later.
friend, you mean? A real friend who stood
A
by
real
him
friend. A
in
real
bad
friend.
times. Okay,
And then-
all right.
But dude, the stupidest part of the whole story, of course, is that still this guy
He
paid
had tobacco- he
25K
had tobacco
for
in his bag, yeah.
tobacco.
No, but
Which is-
if he smoked in the morning or something would show
No,
up in
I
the
mean,
urine,
But
he must have
dude,
known
like,
that.
no,
Why
no,
would he
but
panic otherwise?
Of course, no. I'm sure something would have shown him in the urine, regardless. But at that moment, he didn't have anything, and to
Yeah.
pay 25K for that is ridiculous, dude. Like
He should have.
we've all gotten away with a lot less,
Instead, he should have paid
Yeah.
you $5,000 to come and pee for him. That would have made more
Exactly.
sense.
I mean, no,
Yeah.
my pee won't work in that
So,
regard.
okay, all right, fair
Just
enough.
hold
She was
on
another
to the
complication.
box,
It has
Yeah.
nothing to do with weed. Let's be very clear about it. Other
Yes, nothing
complication.
like
The
that.
name
So
of the
tobacco,
comedian, is it
tobacco,
Akash or Sriram?
Neither of them, guys.
Shriram, yeah. Shriram would have more alcohol in his blood.
Okay, yeah, Shriram.
Shreyas?
Let's just say it was Shriram. It wasn't, but why not?
Shreyas. Who else?
No,
Who
it
else
wasn't
is?
Shreyas also.
Who are your
No,
comedian friends?
so you
Navin,
don't know
who
this
are
person.
they? Come on. He
You
knows.
don't know this person.
This entire panel is corrupt, Cyrus.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
why can't you tell us? What's the shame here? He was a
I
victim.
can't.
of
It's
police
his story to
slavernity.
tell.
It's Govin Menon, guys.
No, why would you?
But
Who cares
Govind
if
Menon
Why would
is
you do
not
that?
guilty of drug
Censored the
abuse.
audio.
He was
No,
rolling a
but-
tobacco thing, trying to pick up his dad from the airport. It was a beautiful
But he
middle
didn't get
class
caught.
story
He didn't do
of
anything
love.
wrong. That's the whole the
I
story.
mean,
is
that's the whole
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, the
So-
cop
So let's take
literally
his
harassed him, took advantage of his naivete.
Our
Or what
real
Can I
happened.
tell you? That's why
Real
God bless my
human,
dad. He would
Yeah.
never send 50,000. He'd be like, "You go to jail, it's cheaper," and that's what would have happened. This is ridiculous. This thinking, if the price is that, I mean, there's no point. I'd be like, "Please."
No,
let's move
but
on."
that's the thing.
So they treat you
Pointless.
like a criminal even if you have
Yeah.
rolling paper. That's the whole
Yeah,
problem
yeah,
right
that's
now. So if I go to buy
Hmm.
rolling paper, the guy will be like,
Yeah.
"ऐसा दो bread के बीच में he'll give it like जल्दी से ले लो अंदर रखो." I'm like, you can't
exactly
roll
it.
tobacco in this
Listen,
country.
Yeah.
you live in Bhayandar and Powai. Do you understand what Walkeshwar is like? They treat you like
I
a
live in
criminal
car,
if you're on the
Cyrus. I live
lane
in car.
Town
behind the
is
chief
so much
minister's
worse.
car.
Town
You
is
understand
way
how that
worse.
is?
I have smoked on the Asiatic Library steps also. So I don't.
So you
I
admit
mean,
to
but
doing
still very
marijuana.
dicey, dude.
No.
You admit to doing it on this
What?
podcast.
No.
I just
See,
want it on record.
No. I said no.
It's still very dicey to do.
So what were you
especially
doing on the
alongside-
library steps? Reading a book?
Reading a book.
Yeah.
The Bible I was reading clearly.
Oh no,
With Snoop
the
Dogg.
Bible, not the Bible. Snoop Dogg's latest works,
Yeah.
or
yeah.
complete works. Let's call it. Yeah.
Kashan,
And on the seventh day, God said, "Let there be light." On your joke.
Okay, Kashan has come up with a. Come on,
Kashan
guys,
Shetty, yes.
take this. A group of my go just.
Kachatia said, a group of my friends, or my theater friends, got caught by a cop while they were smoking on a train to Kolkata. They managed to win him over with homemade parathas and some selfies. No bribe, just love. Wow.
Nice. Yeah.
That's a
Surely
great
some
story.
cops
That's-
are also human beings. There must be
Yeah,
a group of
they
cops.
get it.
Percentage of
Yeah,
cops
they
also.
I mean, a
smoke.
good paratha would win over anyone.
No, but I'm
Yeah.
saying
I mean,
some of them must be smoking. Come on, in their free
for
time.
sure. Oh, no. That is for
It's
sure.
not like
So-
restricted to comedians.
So we all have stories of how
I have
our
cop
friends
friends
got
also,
caught.
yeah.
Okay, our friends got caught eventually. And it's always about the money. Okay, you have to just always give the money, and the cops will literally give you your joints and your stash back to you. And it happens all the time. That's
Do
like
they
one of the
light it
most
for you?
common
Do they
stories.
light it for you, Silverie?
They would. If you the amount 25K ke baad, yes, they will light
the
it for
right
you also.
amount they'll roll for you
Yeah.
also.
Wow.
All of that.
So I
We'll
take
go
it
on
you
the
guys
floor.
have had experience with smoking joints.
Naveen,
then.
have you
That's
seen
clear.
the library
Open.
open?
Grim Fandango was-
You think I go to the library for reading inside? Hmm.
God.
Naveen, they're
But
making fun of you. I'll
yeah,
support you, Baba. You're
that's
very
okay.
well read. It's absolute lies. You don't return
I'm well
books.
read
That's a
and well
different
bred.
story.
Okay.
But what you can't do is
Then
cut hair. You suck at cutting hair. That
yeah,
just be honest. That's your like weakness.
and then I
Shall
follow
we
ponytails also. So
Yeah, sure.
shall we move on to our next category, the break?
Yes, the next category,
the
the
next
break.
category.
Yes. The next topic
All right.
that we will
I
talk
feel
about even
Anirudh
after
has been.
after we're back.
We've not used him enough. I'm not hearing his voice at all. For some reason, you two go on chirping away because this
No,
topic is close to your heart
I
as
mean,
social scientists.
Naveen, how close? No, yeah, Anirudh, how close are you to this topic? I would ask.
His whole room is smoky right now. You can see.
It does look like
It's
that.
a
Okay, people listening, Rishi is rolling something on the side. I apologize. Okay, me and Anirudh are off the hook. Whatever happens, yeah.
So,
So
Anirudh, yes.
if there's a smoke which I neither confirm nor deny, it's agarbatti smoke. I mean,
yeah.
what else could it be? What else could it be?
So, agarbatti
that-
hides the smell of other things that you smoke. The
And it's
same.
also government approved. You
Yeah.
see
It is
it used
government
in
approved,
a lot of campaigns and
Yeah.
stuff. So it's a very good
Does-
point you made there. Winning
Does the
people
government
back.
also approve, like under like government sanctioned like bhang
Bhang
producers
shops,
or something, like
That
you
is-
can
See,
like,
that's what is
that's
so
official.
documented
That's
now. Yeah, that's a part of
That's
the
what
life
is
also.
so-
If you go to Varanasi, the whole like edge of the Ganges is like full of these Agori Babas, just like
Listen,
Yeah.
as an organizer of the
And
Kumbh
I-
Mela,
and I've
let me
smoked
tell
also.
you.
and in Banaras, oh my god, like the stuff you understand why they're roaming around naked. They have seen Nirvana, guys. The kind of stash they have over there, oh my god. Navika Kumar's I will open even bigger if she ever tried it.
Oh wow.
I'm just saying it. Just put it
Yeah.
out there.
I haven't.
What?
But
But if she went to
Chalo
Benares, what would
Banaras.
Yeah, it
happen?
would be great.
Real estate.
Yeah.
But even in
Think about
Bombay,
it that way.
on Holi and all, you can buy bhang from like tapri shops and all.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very.
And you say this
very
because you
good.
have. Bhang you can admit to, it's allowed.
Yeah, on Holi, yes. I
Why
have
is it
bought
an
bhang.
interrogation, Cyrus? Why is
Yeah.
it like we are sharing our lives and you're like, oh, you have? I want
Yeah.
legally to have on paper that I'm an uncle and you're a drug smoking kids. Oh,
I'll tell you.
no, we are being honest
I just
about
want
lives
it
over
on
here and you're
record,
like,
Naveen.
are you,
I want it on record,
no.
Naveen, so that I can
I
play with it
object-
later
I
in
object
life.
to this
Yeah,
questioning,
yeah,
this line of
yeah.
questioning is
Yeah.
not okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what we are trying really hard to not.
Yeah.
you
Our
know,
poor friend, his name
let's
came
be
out
clear.
because-
you asshole. Naveen. Yes,
So
sorry,
neither of
sorry.
you have ever smoked a joint. Let's just be clear.
No,
Right?
we live
No,
in
no.
a joint.
Without no comebacks, no jokes, just be honest
Yeah.
and just put your hand up and say, I have never smoked a joint.
I have never smoked a joint in my life.
Absolutely.
All right.
Fantastic. Naveen,
I don't smoke a single joint in a day.
oh, you say you smoke more. That's
Nice.
your point. You don't have- that's
Not
your
say
comment.
that. See,
Say
again,
that.
you're putting words in my mouth.
I'm not putting anything in my mouth, but I'm not coming for your specials because this is what it's going to sound like. I'm off.
Cool.
All right, let's take a break, Cyrus.
Let's take a break. Rishi, Vinay. By the way, Vinay may be taking a break, I'm told. Vinay, we love you.
Yes, we know we love you.
He's still here, right? With us?
Yeah, he's
easy.
right here. Right here. Yeah. All right, break. Hello, welcome back.
Wow.
I
He's not
was-
even paying attention, Naveen. The show's on for 30 seconds and more. He's just doing his own thing, playing with himself or rolling something. What the hell's going on with his hands? I want the truth. We all want the truth. What's going on,
Wouldn't
guys?
we all
Be
like to
honest,
see?
be
Should I,
open.
should I turn it down?
Yeah.
No.
Please.
There's nothing
Alright.
happening. Nothing.
All right.
Okay,
I think
there's a
Naveen-
message for Anirudh.
No,
Can you wipe your webcam with a cloth, please?
I did wipe it. I don't think it's helping with the
Yeah,
smoke
it's,
in the room.
it's not the
Can you
webcam.
wipe your
You
face?
got the
Because
Willie
there's some
Nelson
blur
filter.
happening.
You have to open your windows, let the air out. I think it'll help.
Yeah, stop smoking on the show, bro. What the hell's going on?
I haven't smoked on the show.
Not
as,
yet.
as
not
far
yet.
as we've
He
seen.
smoked before the show. I think he smoked after. Yes.
He's got a legal defense. You two don't. We have to play back the tape and see the consequences of that later on when I meet the
Okay.
VHP
We
for a
figured it
special
out.
evening entertainment.
Yes, we'll send it to the
Uh-huh.
NCB and let them figure it out. But
Yeah.
don't, guys. Don't
NCP
figure it
won't
out.
harm you. Don't worry. They're cool.
Yeah.
Let's
So,
move.
next one.
What's
Yes.
yeah.
Next up, we have the government has basically come down hard on corporations and endorsers and celebrities who
Brand
are able
ambassadors.
brand ambassadors who are able to
good.
endorse stuff. Basically, what has happened is now moving forward, anyone who's endorsing something, and if they have a stake in the brand that they're endorsing, they have to firstly disclose that. No more, you can't exaggerate the claims of your product, saying, "Okay, oh, number one, toothpaste in India."
Wag
Is
Bakri
this-
Chai.
Yeah, number of chai in India is Wag Bakri chai. You can't do that. Now the healthiest product ever or something like that. You can't have those superlatives anymore. You
It's
have
mostly
to
I've noticed with toothbrushes. Have you never seen that? Like they always make a way,
number
like
one toothpaste.
Colgate is
number
like
toothpaste brand,
the number one trusted brand in India.
yeah, yeah,
Oral-B is like 9 out of 10 dentists trust this.
yeah, yeah.
Sensodyne is like even dentist kids
But
use
those
this.
claims are hard to dispute. When I say 9 out
Exactly.
of 10 and all that, I
exactly.
give you
You can
data which says
exactly
9
no.
out of 10.
That's why they
what
say.
10 dentists they go
So
to.
you have to give proof that
Yeah,
you are
sample
that.
studies, brother. That's
Now,
what marketing is all
that's good.
about.
The one dentist
Yeah.
that did not vote for it
Yeah.
is the lucky one.
Also, you what you have to do is you can't have this thing anymore. No more surrogate advertising. So
Advertising.
like so like how alcohol brands are able to sell their soda, market their soda.
Compact discs, sodas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I love
because
that.
they're
They
using,
shouldn't take that away. That's so much
they
fun.
actually shouldn't take that away.
Yeah.
I get
Because
see also
it brings a
dude,
smile,
alcohol
especially,
is legal, right? So
especially
they
in
should be
cinemas.
able to advertise in
You
that
guys don't go
regard.
out because of fear of COVID and love for weed. But if you go to cinemas, you'll see
Yeah.
people reacting in this strange way. The moment they have the surrogate coming on the CD,
Yeah.
everybody smiles or laughs because
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah, yeah.
knows it's like
It's
insulting
like
your intelligence.
see,
It's a fun
Bichara
moment.
Mukesh has never been respected in his entire life. Not when he was alive, not when he died. Apparently, also.
Yeah.
It's just like everybody just like laughs, like it's
That's
become a
actually
thing
very
where like, hey, you're Mukesh because you smoke, like that kind of joke,
become a punchline. Yeah,
And poor guy just died, It's just like
That's
so.
actually very true.
And now the new one is that horrible Akshay Kumar ad, where he's
Yeah.
like, your wife has female troubles, so why don't you buy a pad instead of buying cigarettes?
Yeah. Foo करने में नहीं है. That
हाँ,
one,
तो
yeah.
जाना विमल चुबाना
Yeah,
चुपचाप.
correct. We talked about that ad earlier.
चूतिया साला.
But
Hey, no.
Sorry.
There's no need to put up
Sorry.
like that.
hey, we want Akshay
Nice.
Kumar on the podcast at some point.
The guy who was smoking outside the hospital is the guy I was calling Chutya.
That guy.
Yeah, because he's my pad.
That
He
is
was
he a
smoking
famous
cigarettes,
actor?
No, he wasn't.
No, that was
That's
Ajay
why-
Devgan. Not famous.
No, it wasn't Ajay Devgan.
Ajay Devgan.
Anirudh,
But-
I'll
so also-
give you another link. We'll carry on. Okay, I'm sending you another link. Just
So
be quiet.
what?
Here.
What the
Cyrus,
government?
you will send a link which is technologically.
Hey,
Yeah.
No, I can't believe that you're making fun of me. How dare you?
How the tides
If
have
I had the
turned.
ability, I would press a button in the words of Arnab and I would just make you disappear in a second. But unfortunately, if I do that, I'll
You're not in the
disappear
studio
in a
today,
second.
so it's okay.
Yeah,
I can do
yeah.
it.
Yes.
Also, so coming back to topic, the government has also said that basically what is happening is endorsers nowadays have seen that too much freedom. You need to come back to endorser
I'm
responsibility.
finding
Like, in a
endorser is a
culture,
word.
they,
I'm not
they,
sure about
they all the articles have used the word endorser. That's why I'm using it. I don't. It's influential marketing or what have you. But what is happening is that because we live in a country that hangs on every word a celebrity says. When a celebrity endorses something and says, "Oh, this is the best product for you to grow your hair back in whatever 100 days," okay, and people can just make those claims without that actually being true. Oh, all the
I want to
medical
interrupt you for a
associations
second.
have
Arvind is saying
approved
if
this product.
Cyrus can send a link, I'm buying the entire IVM merchandise. So I have to send a link at some point.
Oh,
Now we don't
God.
have time. We don't
Man,
have
there's
time.
no way. We're not making that sale.
That's
We're
it.
just not
That's
making
it.
that
That
sale,
sale is not
unfortunately.
It's going.
That sale is
Yeah,
not
it's
happening.
going to happen. It's going to happen.
Okay,
Sorry.
all the best.
Back to the
But
endorsers.
good point, Arvind. Like that. Very good point.
Uh,
But so in a country where we hang on every word a celebrity says, it is important to come back to endorser responsibility and make sure they are responsible for what they're actually
It's
endorsing.
also like so many women have like burned their skin trying to look fairer, like Jacqueline
exactly.
Fernandez
Yes.
and
yes.
Yami Gautami. Well, they're like
Yeah.
born with that skin color.
Correct.
It's just
So-
that problem where like people have used so much of people's insecurities to target the common gen.
So again, guidelines have also been issued to products that will be marketed to children. Because if you're marketing products like this, like fairness creams and stuff, and say a fairness cream for a child comes about, right? You can't be like, oh, this is the what you need to look better or to be better, because that implies that the child otherwise is not good. You know what I mean? So again, so get
and
new
all
lines
those
have been
ads have a
issued,
before and
issued
after
for this also.
connotation, which
Yes.
clearly tells you that before you suck and after you're
Yes.
better. So that's always
Exactly.
the theme every time. It's quite embarrassing.
That's exactly.
पहले मैं बहुत बड़ा बच्चा था.
Yeah, correct.
अब मैं adult हो गया हूँ.
Yeah.
That's how. It's just
Yeah.
Anyway,
like
you're missing all the comments. Somebody called me a class teacher shouting at you all to calm down. I
Yeah.
lost it. And I don't know what that comment
Sorry,
was.
could you repeat that?
Because this
Captain
bloody
Day has said.
endorser is going on, endorsing, 15-minute
Yeah.
lecture on the subject. I'm like in physics class now.
endorser
They'll always
film.
find a way to put content.
Yeah,
Like Shahrukh
Captain
said.
Day has said they'll always find a way to put content, like Shahrukh says Zuban Kesri in a movie dialogue. No one can stop that.
Chi yaar.
They will find ways around
Now I
it,
don't feel
but
bad for his
the
son.
government is going to be very strict about these guidelines. And so let's see what happens. This has just come out.
No, but the
But
fundamental question here,
it's-
which is
it's-
driving
it's-
everybody
just
mad
feel
on
the
the
only
internet right
person who
now.
should
Sorry,
for it,
guys,
sorry.
is that
Yeah.
is there a word like endorser? I'm having trouble with
It
that.
is a
I'm
word.
not
It is
sure.
It is a word.
Is it Punjabi for endorsing? I'm not.
Endorser.
Now you can't. You want me to send links live? But what's the show all about? Are you going to check? Will started a whole line of
Whole line
clothes to
of
promote their
clothes.
cigarettes. Yes.
An endorser is a person who is authorized to sign a negotiable security in order to transfer ownership from one party to another or to approve the terms and conditions of a contract.
Now you're going to read that out in every
Endorser.
podcast for the next 5 days,
Yeah,
aren't you?
correct.
Just to feel
That is
good.
what. Yes. I know what endorser means, guys. We'll ask Amit for the meaning of the word. He'll be like,
He can
"God,
do a voiceover
goodness."
for it. We can start the program with that. And endorser. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah.
Yeah. But
All right.
what do you guys think of the guidelines as a whole? Do you think these
Okay,
should
so I
exist?
know a
or should
famous
not
film
exist?
star who used to, he was
Now
endorsing
you also have to
Coke.
give us name, okay? You can't do
Yeah,
this.
what is the
We
name?
gave you
now?
our friend ka name.
What is the name?
I can't, but his first name ka beginning letter is silent. Like, I don't make any sense.
Hrithik
Hrithik
Roshan.
Roshan. Hrithik Roshan.
I don't know. I don't know, but he was
The only
endorsing
one.
one.
I can't think. I literally cannot think of another person who is first.
He was endorsing one cola, and
Shahrukh
my
Khan?
wife was on the set shooting, but he was drinking the other cola on a film set while
Hmm.
endorsing it, and that would
Oh,
have
so
been a
it is
fantastic.
Hrithik.
Okay.
Because Hrithik used
I-
to promote Coke
I
with
don't know.
Aishwarya. I remember
I'm not
that,
a
yeah.
Bollywood. I'm a bit of a racist, you know that, guys.
Yo,
You know, after
you're a
47,
rat,
it's
Cyrus.
not be good
You
for
just
me.
ratted
Yeah.
Hrithik Roshan out.
I don't know any Indian actors' names and
I
all.
think
I
he
know
was
one
from
guy called
Hyderabad,
Raju.
in-
Who's that
in-
Raju? I know Raju, famous
Srivastava.
actor, but is that his name? I don't know. We don't know each other, so it's just somebody
Raju
pointed him out and said
Hirani?
Raju. He's done a lot of good films and all that. No, I don't know. Maybe it was Raja. And there was wind blowing at the
Raju
time. He couldn't
Hirani
hear
could be.
properly.
You're talking about an actor,
What
or
are you
could be
going
an
on
actor?
about? Move on from
Right.
this stupid conversation, for God's sake. What are you guys? Are
We
you
want to
guys on
know.
something? It appears like you're on something. I'm scared.
No, we want to know who this
Please.
was.
We're on the show.
But I'm saying it's not to your point really, but the whole thing is that they don't take it seriously. They don't take it seriously, and they've spent so much money on the guy, and then
Anirudh,
he's
you have
like
to
on the
chime
other
in. You
thing.
can't just stare at our eyes like you're in awe of
Yeah,
us.
Anirudh, you're not
At some
talking.
point, you have
I
to
mean,
chime in.
You're like my dates
my
going
girlfriend
out.
warned me that Cock and Bull is usually full of you guys talking
Bull,
bullshit.
more bull.
I was not expecting this degree, like just to be like on the front lines. Is like,
I'm
wow,
like, your
what
girlfriend
is
did not
going
even do
on?
research. He just
Yeah.
showed up
You
like
mean-
this because Bichari,
But
she
wait,
had to
your
listen to
girlfriend
this.
is your girlfriend a listener? She's a fan of the show, is it?
Yes, she's a huge fan of Cyrus's.
She has-
Oh,
She-
wow.
she- wow.
Hey, what's your
listens to,
girlfriend's
like,
name?
every
You'll say
single-
hi. Cyrus will say hi to her on her birthday.
Yeah, female
Right.
listener. That's 3 now. That's fantastic.
Her name is Swati, and hi. I don't know if you're watching
Hi,
this. Hi,
Swati.
Swati.
Yeah,
What's
I mean,
up?
she has to be watching this episode, of course.
I mean, I know she's
Uh,
watching it right now. But
Yeah.
And
Her
she must be like, oh, he's so cute. I'm
fiance
so
is
glad
on
he's
it.
quiet.
I'm just joking.
You think?
All right.
Or maybe she's sending him instructions. Don't talk. They're making fools of themselves. Don't talk. There's no word like
Let them do
endorser.
it.
Carry on.
Keep quiet.
Go.
Yeah.
When the court cases
Do not
happen, you'll
admit
be
to
clear.
smoking. The old man is going berserk.
Yeah.
All
right.
right.
So up next, what we have to do is talk about some cool things that we are selling at IVM now. After 7 years of
Are
IVM
you an
existing,
endorser now?
I'm an endorser now. And
Look at this
I am
bastard.
But can I
endorsing.
just say one thing,
Yes, Cyrus.
which I don't agree? Okay, sell the damn shirt first.
Oh no, sorry, that's fine. You can. I'll remove it. You can complete a point.
No,
We'll
no,
come back.
sell it. No, no. I'm just saying that we have these arguments. I've spoken to so-called celebrities and endorsers now that I stand corrected, and they claim I will not do alcohol advertising, I will not do cola advertising or fizz advertising, beverages and all, because it's a wrong message to the youth and stuff. But they consume it. So I think that's very hypocritical. If you consume alcohol, I think you should endorse it. If you consume the cold drink, you should endorse it. I don't see the point. I think that's one level of hypocrisy as well. And there are lots of these guys who do that. I, on the other hand, would sell anything, including the weed thingy.
Hey, Swati is here.
Hello,
Hey,
Swati is
Swati.
Hi,
watching.
Swati.
Look at
Wow.
that. Hey, that's
Devil's
awesome.
And who's the best looking person on the podcast? Swats.
Clearly, it's Antariksh with his father's
Of course,
jacket.
thank you very
Navin
much.
Navin doesn't care, so it doesn't bother him. Let's stick to 3 of
But
us.
you say my name, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, just to
Alright,
screw us.
so- All right, back to.
Back to
No,
the
but I think my one point to this whole thing
Okay,
is that
back to Navin.
I'll come back to it. I'll come back to it again.
The one person who's at the right spot in history promoting the right thing is Ajay Devgan. Like he's doing Vimal Pan Masala,
And he suits that.
and his teeth have nowhere to go. So it's just like it's perfect. It just falls.
And we let him do the setup because
I
now
mean,
it's just
again,
going to be insult
yeah,
after
exactly.
insult.
Now
No,
we have
no,
to-
Ajay Devgan did Fair and Lovely. I feel bad because I'm like he's good
Okay,
enough looking.
okay.
How is he?
So again, the views of Naveen do not reflect the views of this podcast.
I said
Yes.
it's my thing. I
Yeah, this
literally
is it.
said that. I
Yeah,
began that. As a
Correct, correct.
comic, I'm allowed to have my
Because we
opinions.
want Ajay Devgan, Kajol to come on the show eventually. Come
Wow,
here.
you have low standards.
I mean, all right.
Called Tanishka
Pretty
Chetty
good.
Shetty also, na?
Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do.
What?
If
Kajol
Naveen, if
Ajay
you
Devgan are
ditch,
pretty big stars. What are you talking
only
about?
if Naveen ditches last minute, we call Ajay Devgan.
In
Let's make it a
97,
rule.
perhaps.
Still, bro, what are you talking about,
What are you
man?
talking about, man?
You don't think Ajay Devgan is a
In
big
2
star?
years, Kajol will launch a daughter in the industry. Then she'll be important. What are
Yeah,
you?
but
When
these
was
guys,
Ajay Devgan ever important? Like after Hum Aapke, Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam, what has he made that stood out? Golmaal?
I don't know,
Oh,
Tanaji or
Singham!
something.
Singham!
That
Singham.
Singham. I mean, it's a bad
Singham,
movie,
It's a good
but
movie. Yeah.
it's a bad movie, but it did win. It didn't.
It sold
earn
more
a lot of
banyans
money.
than
lot of Ajay
Rupa.
Devgan early movies were like Angare Bane
I
Phool,
heard Tanaji was pretty good, dude. I
Chaddi
haven't seen it
Bane
though.
Pant, something like that. Last appearance.
Last
Yeah,
appearance of
sure.
Naveen. Yes, marketing has been
Yeah.
calling. Marketing and sales both, yeah.
What team?
All right.
Marketing. Okay.
Okay, talk about marketing. We have some merch, guys.
Ah!
This t-shirt says "Big
Hmm.
Boomer Energy" with Cyrus exonerates. That's the correct usage of the word, right? All right.
Ah.
Exudes.
Yeah, exudes. Sorry,
You got,
thank you.
you got endorser now.
I
Let's
got
not
X.
one for the day. Yeah. Come on,
Yeah,
for
I
God's
guess
sake.
enough, man. What is this?
Yeah.
All right, some really cool t-shirt designs we have. Some of them have been given in by Cyrus. Like Cyrus himself come up with these.
You
cool
can
t-shirt
tell a 9-year-old has written them. You don't have to go on about it. It's fine.
I've pet dogs for cardio is one of my favorites. It's a very
It's
cute
beautiful
It's a
dog.
good color. I like this color though.
Across
Yeah.
Walkeshwar,
Nice
Malba
color.
Hill, everybody uses that line. It's fantastic. Really popular.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh.
Kripa Dhyan Dijiye is how we start the podcast every single day. In audio format, not video format. This sec. But yes, some very cool t-shirt designs. Like go to ivm.podcast.com and
shoot.
click on the shop tab, and you'll be.
Oh, listen, bro, then how do we explain the t-shirt except for the line to the people who are listening and not able to see? So it's squarish and blue. Now you continue.
Yeah.
And this one is orange and squarish with
Yeah,
a line
correct.
on it. And the
There are
next
a
one
lot
is
of colors.
yellow.
So what
Yeah.
you can do actually is you can go select the design you like and select the color you like with that design, and
Right.
you can buy whatever color and design you want. So that's pretty cool.
He
Shruti
wants the
wants
blue
your
one.
t-shirt. Just
Shruti wants the Cyrus Says
On
t-shirt.
Cyrus shirt.
don't even wash
Yeah.
it after using
Shruti,
it.
do I
Just give it
wash
back.
and send or how does it work? I don't know. I mean, what do you suggest? I'm open to any
Yeah, like that's
suggestion.
also USP, like remember when Sarabai was happening, Sarabai was Sarabai. Maya Sarabai goes and gets Dilip Kumar's old, or one of them gets Dilip Kumar's old kurta.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know this episode.
And then
Wow,
it's very
he's
funny,
calling me
yeah.
Dilip Kumar. Thanks, sweetie. You're off the list. You're off the narcotics list. You're
Yeah.
off now. You're safe.
You're allowed back on the podcast now.
Dilip
Dilip
Kumar
Kumar.
was cute. Yes.
Really
What a
appreciated
guy.
in my lifetime. Thank you, Naveen.
Fine,
Yeah.
God
fine
bless
actor,
you.
fine man.
And whatever you're rolling, continue to roll.
Muslim name, he turned to Hindu name, got more work. What a smart
You
man.
find your controversies. That doesn't bother me. He's a legend. He's a legend. You take the controversy with it. That's fine. So we're done with the shirts. What about
Yes.
the shirt you're
So
wearing?
go to,
People are asking about the shirt you're wearing. How do they get that?
this you have to come to my house to collect and pay exorbitant amounts
For this, you have to be his father's child.
that also. So just go to
I think his father's
ivm.podcast.com,
regretting it.
go to the shops tab, and we have some of our other shows also, which we have merch for. So please go check those out and buy whatever you like. That's it, guys, for the merch. If you want to do one more topic before we go to this thing, a short topic.
Yeah.
The thing is though, this is
Can we do a one-word answer to your topic? Like whatever
Sure,
you say,
let's
we
do
just say
Let's do
okay,
it.
and then we're
Okay,
done.
cool.
Let's go.
cool. Then I'm okay. Basically, this is
You do the topic.
yeah. So this is a woman woke up after like a 4-week coma. Okay.
Wow.
And realized so basically how she got into the coma first.
That I'm her
had
husband.
She had fallen out of a parking garage ka first floor, head first onto the ground because
What?
in the dark she couldn't see that the one of the walls of the thing is unconstructed yet. So she walked through the wall and fell head first on the ground. She broke. She got a brain injury. She broke some bones in her body. She was rushed to the hospital and had been in a coma for like 4
Question.
weeks. Yes.
Was
please
the
go ahead.
garage constructed by Khare and Sons? They're doing our building. They're
It could
2
well
years
be.
already into a
If
one-year
they're
project.
bad, it could well be. If
I
they're
feel
bad,
that they have a hand in this.
okay.
Who Khare
Back
or
to
the
the
Sun?
story.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know who they are.
all,
That's
all
the
of them,
title.
all of them.
But they told us 1 year, they're 2 years complete, and it's not the Taj
That's-
Mahal. It's actually
I mean-
looking worse than what it
I
was
mean,
before.
But
Not to
that,
make it
didn't you
my
expect
story,
that
but-
though, Cyrus? That's
I
expected.
know.
like,
I fought with
if
these
they say
guys. I
1 year,
told
it has
them,
to be 2 years. You know.
don't let them do building repairs. It never ends. It never ends. It's like plastic surgery. Once you do
So
it
wait-
once, let me tell you, Abbas was telling
You're
me.
saying you have
Once you do it
scaffolding on your
once-
building for the last 2
Yeah.
years.
You
Oh,
heard the
this is-
banging?
You remember the something got stolen, no? Didn't someone break into your? Oh, that was the office. Sorry,
That's
there
the
was
office,
scaffolding
yeah.
at the
Then,
office,
yeah.
and someone broke in.
That also was
Yeah,
overdrawn. And I
yeah, I'm
must say, it's
sure.
a more exciting topic than this girl
Mm.
falling off the garage thing.
No,
Anyway.
wait. So I'll tell you.
Scaffolding is such
No,
a
but
fancy
I haven't
word
reached.
for something like looks so ugly. It's like scaffolding. Wow, it's such a nice,
It's a
like
nice word. Yeah.
bougie word.
It's ugly
And then
here,
it's
bro.
bamboo. It's like
Remember when
bamboo.
you've gone, when you've seen things abroad, even in movies, I mean, the scaffoldings are fantastic, some of them, yeah.
Abroad,
Yeah.
because they have this beams that interconnect, so they can form like
Yeah.
longer. Like Shang-Chi,
Yeah.
they have an entire
Very
scene on
classy looking,
scaffolding.
Oh,
some of them.
great scene,
Nice
by the way.
And here
colors.
they go with
Yeah.
like one tempo, and then they bring all of it, dump it down. So it's happened in my building also. It's bring up a scaffolding thing because my mom, like, she went to Mangalore, and she got this kadipatta plant which she grew for the past 11 years. Okay, and that plant became a tree, and now it grew from a balcony outwards. Okay,
Okay.
this whole last week, 2 weeks ago, they came to do the scaffolding work, painting the building and everything,
Don't
and
tell
then
me.
they ruined the plant. They broke
Oh
the
my
branch into
God.
two by stepping on it.
Oh,
So my mom and
idiots.
dad both lost their shit at him, and I also jumped in. And he's like, "Oh, मुझे लगा कि people का झाड़ है." He
Huh?
can't tell kadi patta. He can't tell people. Fucking moron.
No, that's not the point.
But
They should
regardless,
be
you
destroying
can't
it.
step. Yeah, you couldn't
Yeah,
step on
that's
your
not his
plant.
business. What it
Fully-
is.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
The
that's
good thing is
ridiculous. Did
kadi
you shoot
patta is
him?
still usable, but
Do you have a
it
gun
was-
license? Did you shoot him?
Sometimes I feel I need some. Just like
Yeah.
if I could just
Because
like.
I think justice should be blind to all this. Oh, he's a poor guy. But let it be. He's a poor guy.
They don't
No
give a
poor guy,
shit.
rich guy.
Poverty that doesn't
Yeah.
matter over here.
Yeah.
They're
No,
doing the job
absolutely.
very
If
haphazardly.
you're a true egalitarian, you should have shot him.
paint like this. Yeah. So you could install new windows. Your paint's ruined with the paint. You don't give a shit. If you are
Yeah.
poor, at least understand that there are other people who are also poor and struggle to make this happen. No.
That's not a related question. People can't trace all that. It's like saying I failed in
Yeah.
history, so now I've got these issues. There's no point. It's wrong. I
Yeah.
can't have
It's
that.
just
Yeah.
it's haphazard, lethargical behavior. I don't
Yeah,
like
but the
it.
way they destroy
Can I-
trees and plants all
can I
the
get
time
back to
and,
the
and don't
story,
think twice about it, and and nobody, no one's
I
ever
think there's a
punished.
bigger topic happening here.
There's much better topics, Silverie. Don't
Coma,
mind
which
here.
is-
It's a
Really.
very nice story.
Don't feel
She came back to
insecure.
life. No.
No,
She
no,
came back
but
to
that's
life?
not the part of the story. No, that's not the main
That,
part of the
that
story.
that's how religion was started. You're talking about something else. Let's go
Sorry.
back here.
Yes.
You were saying?
So this woman goes into a coma. Before she got into a coma, she had been dating this dude for the last
Right.
4 years. Okay.
So he's off the hook, lucky guy.
Wow.
No.
She doesn't remember.
So again. Okay, so she goes into the coma. She's been dating this guy for 4 years. She goes into the coma, and the guy never hasn't come to meet her even once during the coma. Okay, so she wakes up and she says she thinks maybe he doesn't know that I've been in this coma and this happened to me because this happened to her in a night out with friends.
I think the woman just passed me. Is she about 5'5"? Quite
No, she
pretty.
wasn't.
Huh? Quite beautiful, long black hair with little white. Not too much white. Halka sa white. Little. Huh?
Yes, her boyfriend
Nice
left her.
figure.
Yes,
Good body. Is it okay to say? Is it okay to say?
So then when she
Aditya's had enough.
I mean, I haven't even been talking about completely different thing. Yeah? Like, I can't
Silverie takes half an hour to set up topics. So people go mad. Like that guy's pulling his hair out
Stop.
somewhere.
Stop
Stop
with
this.
this hand. Okay. Quick. So this woman wakes up and she opens her phone to text her or call her boyfriend and sees that another woman has texted her saying, "Hey, he is now with me. He's staying over now. Has moved in at my place. And previously he was living over with this coma person. Now he's living at my place. And please don't contact him ever again."
And she goes back to sleep. Just
Yeah.
like gives
So-
up again on life.
So now the question is that fucked up of this guy to do, or
Yeah.
he didn't know how long this person was going to be in the coma?
Yeah, comas
But
are very
like a month?
unpredictable. More
And not
than
with
that.
that.
Wait
Like-
more than a month, sure. 4 weeks is too
Yeah.
little. And also contact this person once he wakes up. Don't say like, "Stop, don't contact me ever."
Can I
again."
tell you a related story, true story? I had a friend called Ghansi Ram, and he fell asleep in 2008. And when he woke up, the BJP was in power. I mean, so, you know,
That's a
yeah.
bigger story. Yes.
Yeah,
That
man.
is-
Now he's 2000 and late.
Yeah. And then he told the doctor, "Why do you wake me up?" I mean, I was so wrong.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay.
It's when Green Day said, "No,
Oh,
wake
God.
me up when September ends." That basically means when BJP is done ruling the country.
I'm having my own podcast going on in the background here with 2 dogs and the wife.
Yeah.
The dogs don't like to go out without me, so he's protesting. And my poor wife, I don't know how to put this. Animals are attracted to who they're attracted to. It's not, it's a chemical thingy or personality thing. Don't want to show off, but always been good with animals. Sorry about that. Don't want them to follow me like the Pied Piper, but that's always going to happen. It's the way nature has designed this beast, me, I'm talking about. So I'm sorry, everybody. Sorry, guys. The second podcast going on. Back to Silverie's interesting stories.
I think this is probably the first time I've ever heard somebody brag about dogs being attracted to them. I mean, like, what kind of
Well,
reverse
not in that dirty
bestiality-
way. Angang.
What am I?
Dirty way. Not just dogs, even frogs, snakes. I don't want to. The whole gamut of animals. I've seen a Wolverine from far, and he was like, "Hi, what's up?" And they're ferocious animals.
You're like Craven the Hunter.
Where do you see a Wolverine in India, Cyrus?
Not in India, brother. I said from far. Did I mention India? You can't
It was a
catch
guy.
me.
It was
I
a
got
guy
on
with a
weed.
bad mutton chop.
Do I look like
From
I'm smoking?
Canada. It was a Wolverine from Canada.
There you
My
go.
back
Well
is
done.
hurting.
Well done.
Yes.
I don't want to
Alright,
go
so
to
we
coma
quickly-
now. Can
Okay,
we do
Cyrus,
this?
we can, but before that, we have something special.
Oh,
Uh,
not a singing
so-
contest.
so we
with,
have- so we are.
guess the song, guess the movie.
No,
like
none of
I'm
that.
in
None
a
of that.
10-year-old birthday party
None-
now. Pin the
None.
donkey on his bum and
Not.
God.
Again, not.
Oh.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to read a
Swati is
review
left,
that someone
huh?
has
She's
sent
had
in for
enough.
us. Someone has sent in a review. Someone has sent in a review for Cyrus Says on Apple Podcasts. Okay. I'm going
Okay.
to read that.
Okay.
It's a 5-star review, so good news.
Right.
Okay. It's starts the heading of the review is "Do it!" exclamation mark. Do it, and in brackets not. So whatever that means. Okay. It goes.
It's a not joke. Like just do it.
Do it.
Not.
No,
Not.
he's pointing out the paradoxical nature of this show. It's like one step
Yes.
forward, 2 steps
That's-
backwards, or vice versa. which
Oh,
is
you're
quite true.
spot on. You're
I'm
you're
spot
spot
on.
on, Cyrus.
On.
Because
By the way, our entire comment section is cheering for Anirudh to say one word, and once he says any word, they're like,
Okay.
"Yeah,
Yeah,
There's
One
a
word.
bingo happening." Yeah,
Really,
Oh,
you're not
God.
speaking, and I'm
That's
feeling
right.
bad now that we're not paying attention to the fact that you're not speaking. Not that you're not speaking, but we should be paying more attention to that. But
I
these two
mean,
loud mouths, these motor mouths here are to blame. They can't stop talking. It's not really me. Silverie,
Okay,
let
yeah,
Anirudh do the whole thing now.
I'm the
Okay,
cock
yes.
of the show.
Can you say? I'm the bull. I'm happy to be the bull.
Yeah,
So
we'll have
Silverie,
Anirudh
you're
back.
Anne.
Don't worry, guys. We'll have Anirudh back, and he will talk a
he
lot
will say more than 12
I
words
have
next
full
time.
confidence.
Yeah.
Look, he's
in
got a
Anirudh,
proper
so-
show with some intellectual capacity to talk about
He
history and
does,
things
yes.
like that. We should have mentioned that, by the way, at the top. I was told to and I forgot. So, Anirudh, you want to talk about your show quickly before he goes back to the comment?
yeah, I do a show about history. I talk about history as funnily as I can, because I think we take history way too seriously.
Oh,
in
like the
this country.
BJP.
Yeah, sure.
This guy won the war, actually, not that guy. Let's get it. Yeah, okay, fair enough. That's
something
great.
like that.
The
Something
new
some,
Prithviraj movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
something like the new. I actually talk about Prithviraj Chauhan on one of my podcasts,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
I didn't want to take names. This is like the weed thing. You guys, let's just get off the boat before it sinks. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
no, but yeah, that's what I do. Antariksh has also appeared. Silverie has appeared as a voice actor on the podcast quite a few
Wow.
times. And yeah, we try to make history as like
the horse.
no, as Prithviraj stands.
Easy, it was pretty good. Do the name.
That was me. I did. Yeah.
fuck off. Fucking credit.
All right, let's get back to the comment of
Alright.
sarcasm about our 5-star rating and how
Yes,
our
yes.
show sucks.
5-star
I'm
rating.
ready.
He says, "Do it not." Okay, and he says, "Cyrus Says, a podcast where a bunch of elitist South Bombay types pretend to be leftist and talk about important issues such as parking, two-wheeler menaces, and the oh so tough life of English-speaking comedians. In other words, absolutely brilliant, and I tune in every time."
what a sarcastic whore
Yeah.
this person is.
Sent
No,
in
he's
by
not
Miko.
actually. He's actually
Miko
not.
Bag via.
But
Apple
he's
Podcasts.
right. He's not wrong.
From
I mean, from
He's
my
from
perspective,
Canada.
not
The person
everybody's
is from
perspective.
Canada.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
so bougie and
So
unnecessary.
Navin is not exactly that. Navin's got his own problem, but Silverie, you're closer to my style of everything.
I
by the way.
absolutely,
So don't-
I absolutely
Yeah,
agree.
so don't act like you're
But-
not, all right? We are who we are. We're
I
born the way
agree.
we were born.
I'm
Can't
reading
deny
the
that.
comment out. I'm agreeing.
Navin
with the
is
person,
slightly
yes.
straddling both worlds, so I'll let him off the hook. And
Yeah.
Anirudh, luckily, is a historian, so
Yeah.
he's got no part to play in this crap.
I'm the Hannah Montana of the show.
Yeah.
So this was sent in by Miko Bag from Apple Podcasts. On Apple Podcasts, he lives in Canada. This person lives in Canada.
I'll take it. I think it's fair enough. I don't think we can get anything better than that.
Okay, I'm
It's
sorry.
slightly backhanded, but it's nice.
I just
that is
realized
pretty
Miko could be a girl's name also. So this person is from
You
Canada.
should
He-
apologize
They are from
immediately.
Canada.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
God, are we going to go into that woke culture now?
I mean, no,
Just go for the
but it's
plural to be
possible.
safe.
No, but good thing in Canada, weed is legal, so they can be whatever they want. They'll be happy.
So what
at least.
happens on the airline announcement or train announcement? You say instead of ladies and gentlemen, if we're going to
Yeah.
include everybody, Naveen, come on, tell me, what are you supposed to do?
People of the
just say
world.
What is the word?
Everybody. Yeah,
Hey,
as the
everybody.
Backstreet Boys say,
Hello, peeps.
everybody rock your body right, and that's pretty much what works.
Kind of come up with something, for the entire community where nobody feels left out, and yet it's collective
Everybody,
and
no, that's not
individualistic.
correct. Just say everybody.
Everybody.
Hey everybody. Hey everyone. All
I
you
just use
fools.
them for everything to make sure that I don't ever misgender someone.
Like
because
how? Say it in a sentence
like
for a single person.
like Cyrus, they are a piece of shit sometimes. So like example I'm giving.
But isn't that wrong? I mean, it's right. You're thinking, but isn't it wrong
So
grammatically?
wrong
in a way you're also, it's not wrong grammar. How
Cyrus, they are is
Because
one
a
person
singular
was wrong,
person you're talking about is saying they, no?
so how would you say when you're talking about somebody else's, you're referring to somebody else, right? And for example, if you're trying to, I know the main confusion is by saying it should be they is or they are, right? That's the problem. But if
No,
somebody,
my confusion is it's a single person you're saying they,
Yeah, that's what.
which works in Hindi. When you say
it's a
aap
it's a
or they for a senior
huh,
person,
but
but it doesn't work
why
in
doesn't
English.
not work in English then? If it's a concern
You
thing,
can't
you're just
just
like
make
trying.
up
No,
rules on
correct.
the
But
spot.
grammar is
Baba,
already
I know
exists
your
now.
gender, so I won't say they for you right now in
Correct.
your face.
No,
But
I
if I'm
get it.
referring to you
You're
somebody else,
using
Oh, so
plurality
okay, like that.
for
So if they
singular.
identify as a particular pronoun, then we have
yeah,
to say they is or they are.
they are only
They are only.
because
So that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
The is or are, that's okay. You can deal with that.
I'm
That's not the
saying
problem
safe
area.
side. If you use they and them, it's easier to not hurt anybody's sentiments. Not for you,
But
Cyrus,
I'll be
because clearly you're a
confused.
macho
Because
man. We established that. There's no denying that.
no,
Jay Maharashtra.
I'm saying I don't understand then. Okay, we got a
It's
5-year-old child.
exactly
How
that's
do you
why
explain to a
I
5-year-old
won't spend
child
more
when
time
you're
trying to
saying
break it
they?
down for you.
Okay, one sec. Silverie calls you they, so he doesn't want to show
I-
offense or whatever. It's confusing for the kid to understand when I try to explain why is that uncle being
What
called
kid? Why
they
is there a kid in the
or
picture
auntie
now?
or whatever.
Suddenly there's a kid. Whose kid is it?
Because
Why is there a
kids are
kid?
the future of the world, not in India, but everywhere else. Okay, let me tell you.
They are,
Shall we do the AMAs? It's 7 or
yes,
2.
please. Yes, please.
One
Yes,
AMA.
please. Okay.
And Anirudh has to
Let's
answer.
do a few,
That's
please.
the law. No one speak. Yeah. Done.
Okay, cool.
Follow me at Instagram and Twitter on Bored Brocha. I'm so bored, I need your help. I need your love. I need your touch. Okay, just follow me.
Cool. This is for Anirudh. Svetlo D. Graska has asked, Cyrus, are you a naughty daddy or a bad daddy? Anirudh will answer this.
Ouch, bad luck.
It's-
What do you think, Anirudh? What do you think, Anirudh?
Anirudh, as the wife, speak up.
I mean,
And them wives of mine, speak up.
I don't really see too much of a difference between naughty daddy and
Daddy or
bad daddy.
bad
But
daddy.
given that Cyrus is reticent to have a conversation with his kids about gender roles, I'd lean towards saying he's a bad daddy. I think that
I think the word is more responsible, irresponsible, and I'm pretty much an irresponsible daddy. I'll accept that. Bad, what is bad? Bad is a difficult word to understand. I don't know.
I mean,
But it's horrible
he's
being
good,
a daddy
good
all
cop,
day.
bad cop, like that.
Yeah. Thanks, bro. Sorry.
so
them.
naughty cop and
Will
bad
you
cop,
tell
that gives me a
Naveen?
lot of disturbing images.
Silverie,
Like-
just thank all of
Yeah.
Naveen's from me. Thank
All of
them
Naveen's.
from each and every one.
They are very happy.
I will thank him.
We must do a
You
whole
are
show
asking
like
him,
this,
right?
only pronouns.
Yeah.
Deepak Narang asks, Cyrus, I attended your show at St. Andrews yesterday. Much fun. How do you tackle hecklers? Do you have some stories?
Was there a heckler yesterday?
No, not really. We don't get hecklers in proscenium theater so much. We can get smart aleck and all that, but it's always fun. Hecklers we get in the bar shows, which I've really
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
In corporate shows, when they're drinking, we have a lot of hecklers because they're not listening, and it's great fun actually.
And
So
they are
just
they are the gurus of their own gang, right? Like one
no,
man.
they want the mic. I don't know. You get that? They want the mic.
Yeah.
That's and I'm so happy to give them. I'm like, okay, you take the mic. I'll go and sit somewhere. I
You
have
got
no
paid
problem.
already.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
I think
What's
we
there?
were
You
doing
got
a
nothing to
corporate
lose.
show once for Raymond, and Raymond also has a condom branch for some reason. So we were told brief like don't say anything naughty or don't do anything vulgar, whatever. We're like cool, and we were doing like an improv session with them. And then the one of the games we had to get somebody on stage for like for one pickup line game or whatever.
Hmm.
And this guy came up and he's the condom head of Raymond's. Okay, and now everybody's losing it because they're
I
like,
know the guy.
"Yeah." Wow.
No, because he used to attend a lot of events and all. He's kind of okay. let me
They
not
were
speak.
there, Cyrus. They were there.
They were there. They were there. Yeah, go on.
Mm.
What's
So
the story?
that's what I'm saying. Like, so the story is that while we were trying to be all, oh, we won't step on anybody's toes or whatever. As soon as this guy came on, they only made the show much more vulgar by calling out like, oh, condom master or whatever like that. So then, in a way, the ice was broken and we could have a better time after that. But if we only knew that there was a condom master there, we would have had a much better time from before. Is what I feel.
Also, if a heckler says something really funny, you got to just go with that.
Yeah,
the
it's
room
true.
laugh.
Yeah,
You
sometimes
can't say, "Oh,
hecklers are
I'm
very funny.
offended." Yeah.
Yeah,
Luckily,
yeah.
I think I've been heckled all my life. Going back to when we started doing all this stuff in like Xavier's and all that, no one would come to watch us. We'd have to throw toffees to get them there. They'd abuse you, start the fucking music, get off the stage, bring your father. I mean, the nicest things were that. I can't even tell you what else they said. So I think we've been pretty much immune. In fact, we were not ready for people clapping and being nice. Still aren't.
Oh,
That
just
really
yesterday,
happens.
somebody who's
Yeah.
following me on Instagram for a while, just like decided to call me the F word, like hey, you fat F word, LOL.
Why?
Because there was a post about like how cops shot two Muslim boys in Kolkata,
Mm.
and I was like, it's pretty sad that this is the stage where like people could like the post was about like how when there's like actual riots and they'll go with lathis and break mosques and all, nobody says anything, nobody gets shot, but people about Nupur Sharma's comment come out, people are getting shot, and this guy's like you're Hindu-phobic and all that. I'm like, okay, cool, but why are you following me? You're following me and you're abusing me also in Pride Month, calling me a faggot is the funniest thing ever in the world. So yeah, it's just the reality we live in, and you get okay with that over time.
I think he's in love with you. Sometimes the reason why they
Yeah,
get so interested
he's
in this thing
definitely
is actually they like you more than you think. And
there are
I'm not
closet
lying.
cases who get
I'm
married.
serious.
I'm agreeing
Yeah.
with you, Cyrus. Exactly. This
So-
guy looks like he got married out of family pressure and now goes around calling people faggot to feel better
No, he's
about
dealing
himself.
with the problem. The problem is that he likes your thinking as well. He actually likes it, but he's dealing with the reality.
You know
of
what the
his own
funniest
thought
thing is that
and
he
has to
called
come
me.
out of
This
his
guy
mind.
called me Hindu-phobic and everything, and where he works in Dubai. And I laughed my ass off for 10 minutes after that because these are the same kind of idiots who will do this. वहाँ पे जाके उनको बहुत आता है उनको हाँ बहुत patriotism आ रहा है वहाँ पे जाके उनको. I'm like cool.
But also the Democratic Forum, we should have hecklers. What's wrong with that? People should express themselves. That's the fun of the whole thing. I suppose
But
there are lines of engagement
That's
which
not
don't cross.
not
or it just
don't come to a
becomes
comedy
abuse.
show. No, why you come to
Huh?
a comedy show if you want to shout at people? That's not
No,
the
if
place.
it's abusive, it's different because then it just denigrates the whole thing in any case. But I'm saying otherwise, a little bit of banter. What's there? Isn't that fun?
Yeah, for sure.
See,
I
it's
encourage an
fine.
open forum
Yeah.
in my show also.
It's fine.
And
But
I
if you're
sledge people on the
disrupting the
road
show,
when
you
I'm bored
shouldn't
just to pass
continue
time. I'm like,
disrupting
hey,
the show.
Fatso, what's up? And then, just to get a reaction and then have a conversation. Silverie, we make fun of you all the time, especially when you're not. They ask Abbas. He talks
I've
softly,
seen all
but
of
he's
them,
very
Cyrus.
insulting.
I'm very aware. I'm very aware. For no reason, Abbas. No, this is for no reason. All right, the next
Really,
one comes
Abbas?
from next one comes from Aditya Sharda, who says, "Have you guys seen the Mumbai Sea Link accident video? Or do you think one side is at fault here, or is it a gray area for both the driver and the victim?" Are you guys
I've
aware
not
of it?
seen the video.
Man, this is insane.
I go down that
so,
ceiling 3 times a week.
So this car, these guys in a car stopped to help this injured bird on Sea
Oh,
Link out.
right.
Okay,
Yeah.
and they are helping the bird cross the road or something.
Yeah. I was
So
told about
some
this.
cars swerve out of the way and let them do what they're doing, and this taxi guy in a Santro, okay, comes, just barges into these two people, and continues going. These two guys, you can see the video. They go flying across the Sea Link. Okay, and
But there's no way that guy's getting away with it. There's like multiple cameras,
Dude,
sensors,
yeah,
everything.
Yeah, but you can't get off
see
on the
what they're
freeway
asking,
by
they're not
law.
allowed to get off on the Sea Link also, no.
So
That's
by
their fault
law,
also.
That's their fault also.
Yeah.
But this guy though, dude, he was probably on his phone or something because he doesn't even slow down at all. No, doesn't swerve out of the
You
way.
feel the impact you'll obviously
even-
feel, right?
Man, they went
Silverie,
flying. It was, oh my
there
god.
are a lot of
it
people
was
who don't
crazy to
aren't
watch.
paying attention. They don't be on the phone. Their mind is somewhere else. It's 2 or 3
They mind
seconds.
somewhere else, sure.
And you're going at 80.
Also
80.
sometimes in Bombay you're driving, you're like, you know what, two people come
Yeah,
down.
you're relaxed.
No,
Link.
that's not really. But
Yeah.
no, I actually think like maybe he was, I don't know, he was definitely not, his attention wasn't on the road. But if your
No,
attention
it's
was
his
on the
fault
road,
for not paying
yeah,
attention.
for
Definitely.
sure.
Yeah.
100 and
But
man,
Anirudh, again,
that's
this was a
crazy.
neutral topic and he didn't say anything. What's going
Yeah.
on?
I don't know anything about the Sea Link, and
We don't
I mean,
know
all
anything
I
about
can
anything we're talking about. For 1 hour, we've talked about things we know nothing about. That's the science of this show. Anirudh, they're going to attack us for not letting you speak. People are going to call us names. It's very sad.
No,
really.
it's okay. I will defend you from being cancelled.
I'm
Cyrus. I
missing
will-
England, New Zealand for this, by the way. Against my better judgment, honestly. Of course, it's a batting wicket, both sides making well over 500. So, guys, you're right to say that maybe it's a waste of time. But you never know.
Shit.
4 days play, anything can happen.
Fuck.
What happened,
That
Navin?
I just saw the video for the first time.
You're watching the
Man,
video
it is
while we're doing
an
the podcast.
unbelievable.
Because I want to see what's
Yeah.
also the problem is also now that I watch it. No. Usually when you're on a busy road, show your hands. Like this is a kind of like cry for help. This happened to us in Goa. I'm telling you because we were driving from Goa to Gokarna and there was an entire litter of puppies dead on the side of the road. Okay.
Oh, God,
And
okay.
there were 2 of them alive. So my friends and I, we got off the road and we were making sure that the 2 alive could reach the end of the street. So there were 3 of us. One who was driving the car got out, did this to both sides, and the remaining 2 of us did this because there were cars passing on that expressway also. So in an attempt to like do these 2
I mean, you
idiots
have to, right? Correct. You have to put out your hazard lights. and all that.
alert some way that you're
You have
doing
to-
Yeah,
this.
but the guy could still
Look,
not be paying
again,
attention.
Even
His
Akash
mind
was
is just
the
not
same.
on what's going on.
Correct. He definitely wasn't paying attention. If you watch the video, he definitely was not paying attention to the road.
It's a stupid black and Kali Pili taxi.
Yeah, it's a Kalipili Santro.
It's fucked now.
Yeah. But dude, like the force at which he hit these people and the video, dude, they go flying
They
in
literally,
opposite ends of the
this.
road. They go flying. So
one went in the sea.
Also, I would like to point
yeah,
out here
yeah.
quickly, remembering the Canadian comment we got. Let me see. Day before yesterday, I saw 2 police cars going well over 80 on the thing while we are all trying to stay
Man,
in
for
thing.
sure.
How do they get
For
away
sure,
with
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I tried to get their numbers, but they were too fast.
Yesterday they started the whole mask mandate in Delhi also, and then like in our entire cab, we have the entire crew, all of us are masked. One guy had lost his mask somewhere at the back seat, so they were just like, "Who is there? Who is there? We'll find somebody," you know. And then they saw that out of the 7 people in the car, one person doesn't have, so they were like, "You all beat the odds, go, it's okay." But in the remaining 2 cars, they were like, "We'll find out a way," and neither of them are wearing a mask. Dude, they're doing this on the roads. So Delhi is Delhi
But I'm
only.
telling you, Andrews, half had it, half didn't have it. It made no sense to
But
me.
the show is also called Unmasked to Cyrus. Like they
No,
thought
I
they
know
were
that, but I'm
going
saying
with the
they put
theme.
some directive outside, so now people are not taking it seriously. 1 and 2.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? People are just moving on. I think everybody's right now. Wear it or don't wear it. Not
On
my
the flight,
business.
if I have a neck pillow, headphones, and a mask, I'm pretty much like congested in my seat. Already there's no space. So if I
Brother,
want to
you
breathe,
stop
at
to
least
eat on the plane, and for 20
take it
minutes
off.
it's off you anyway, nah?
You take it
Kya
off.
baat
Yeah,
hai
yeah.
phir? I don't get it,
Exactly.
man. I don't know. I don't want to fight this
But
anymore.
as you
Can't
said in
take
the
it.
beginning, it's true. COVID and we have to coexist now until one of
Yeah,
us
it's a
wins.
draw. It's a
Yeah,
draw.
Yeah.
yeah.
We're done.
We're not
All right,
stopping our
speaking
lives
of-
like we did in 2020 anymore. That's for sure. Like
So nobody
yeah.
was shouting at anybody else. You're sitting in a row. Nobody's shouting at anybody else because X person is not with Y person, and yet one has and one doesn't have. But nobody's shouting. So we are coexisting. These cops don't come in the middle and say, "Wear the mask."
Yeah.
Are you
I'm
guys
so,
going
like,
around pointing at people? I'm not.
so in comedy shows also, like there'll be like few people wearing the mask, and I'm like, take it off. You're not winning any. You came
Yeah.
out of your own violation to a room full of air conditioning in a packed room,
Yeah.
and then you're stifling your laughter also. The purpose you came here for. So
Yeah.
it's just that.
Really. They're funnier than us with the mask on. For God's sake.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright,
brother, I'm going to
last-
go
And
my
the funniest
wife's
thing,
Absolute last,
wait,
absolute-
by the
sorry.
way, that the car thing in Delhi, I have to tell you this funny thing that there's a plastic bag next to the guy who lost his mask, right? He's not finding his mask, and another guy's like, "Wahan par hi hai mask, wahan par hi hai mask," and he's like, "Kahan par hai, kahan par hai?" And he's like, "Yahan par hi hai." And he's like, "This is a hydration face mask, the one you wear on your face like a collagen thing, right?
Oh.
With those eye slits and the face mask."
Oh.
He's like, "That is a different mask, motherfucker." It was so funny. And then this cop over here, the marks, kya hai, marks?
So
Chalo.
one last, absolute last.
Hey,
We
Misha,
need
so
to
eat
make-
dinner. Come on, we are all
I
well
know.
brought. Us minorities, we
Yeah,
eat on
even-
time.
I know,
Like
I know.
you
I
guys.
have a call.
Okay, last. Vineet K asks, he says, as comedians, everyone makes jokes about celebs like Anu Malik and Akshay Kumar and what have you. You must have done that too, Cyrus. And then you have to interview Anu Malik. So do you feel awkward then?
Not really, because we've done lots of jokes on Anu Malik. He's funny, no doubt about that. But he's also been around from my early days at MTV. So he wants
Also,
me to listen
what
to
are the
a
odds
song
he's
in a
aware of the
car.
jokes you made also, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
in
yes, he
reality,
watches
he's
the show
Fanu
and all.
Malik.
Yeah,
I mean, but
he's
like,
okay.
but-
He's not. He doesn't get offended.
So
He's never
Adar
said
is a
anything.
comic. Adar is Anu Malik's
Adar Malik, yes.
Nephew.
Bhatija, nephew. Yeah,
Yeah, nephew.
and
nephew.
Adar himself makes fun.
he makes fun of
Yeah.
him. Like I'm Anu Malik's nephew, and I also have some stolen jokes. Like he starts his show sometimes like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So it's like in the family, it's aware that he steals music.
No, he's pretty
also.
cool. He's actually
Yeah.
pretty cool. I've worked with him a lot. He's great fun. I don't
The
have an
funniest
issue.
was
He's a
watching
cool thief.
Anu Malik with his child at the Justin Bieber concert, and his daughters were like, "Oh my god, our father's so cringy. I can't stand him." He was like, "Wow,
Poor
baby, wow, baby." He's doing all of that outside the concert.
Is
And
that why Justin
everybody's like-
Bieber's face is paralyzed today?
Yeah,
God.
That's
exactly.
exactly
Yeah.
why,
Ouch.
yes.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
Anu Malik
they're
was at his
happy.
concert 3
Bieber,
years back.
Bieber,
Okay, on that happy note, can we
Alright, yes.
cease to
Yes, we
exist
can,
as a
Cyrus.
group?
Yes, we
Alright.
can, Cyrus.
Okay.
Yes.
Anirudh, say
Merry
something
Christmas.
before we
Please-
leave.
Happy New
Please
Year.
like, share, subscribe, everyone. To whoever
They're
is
not there.
watching.
They've all left
And,
at 7.
Let Anirudh say
This is
something,
four of us
please.
chatting,
Anirudh.
lonely men. Yeah.
Anirudh, please go ahead.
Something.
Uh,
I mean,
This
yeah,
is like a
like,
very bad first date. Okay?
Please check out and buy Anirudh's book.
I can just
That
say
will
one
really
thing. I
help
wish
out.
Anirudh was my wife because she doesn't stop talking. I'm only saying this because she's left the room.
I'm
And
happy
her
for them.
pitch, I don't know what happens to other spouses. Her pitch becomes more and more shrieky. It sounds like a crow who's angry after some time. Lovely woman though, lovely woman. But I wish I could just have a mute button. In fact, in all relationships, we should be allowed to have a mute button. In fact, let's do it right now. Vinay, Rishi, can you mute us? ASAP.
1,
Okay.
2,
2.
3.
Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps. Please, we beg you, we need you. Send us your questions on Twitter on Cyrus Says In. Or you can email us, even if you're not female, on whatcyrussays@gmail.com.